Hi, you've reached What's on Scott's Mind, and my nose is itchy. I actually started a What's on Scott's Mind and deleted it because I kept itching my nose. So hopefully that's the last time my nose is going to bother me today for this particular vlog. Anyway, What's on Scott's Mind? So today I keep a number of people, probably, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 a week, ask me, what podcasts are you listening to now? Because I usually talk about the podcast that I'm listening to. So I thought I would break them up and present to you if you're interested in the podcast that I'm listening to, in particular focusing on the ones that I listen to for specific topic areas. So the first one obviously is I'm a ardent IU sports fan, and because of that, I listen to a number of podcasts. One of the podcasts I listen to is called The Assembly Call. That's a post-game show for every IU basketball game. I've been listening to that one pretty close to 5 years now. Really enjoy it. It's a great show. They do a good job. Then there's a new show in the same network. That's part of what's called the Back Home Network, Back Home Again Network, based on the song Back. Oh, way back home in Indiana. Anyway, because of that, right, that song, which, with the running of the Indianapolis 500, you get to hear that song the other day on Sunday. But anyway, that said, right, I looked at and considered, the podcast. So Assembly Calls the first one. There's a bunch of other podcasts in the Home Field Apparel sponsored Back Home Network, including a show called X's and Joe's, Football Weather. Great podcasts. Listen to them, enjoy them, find them to be incredibly powerful and useful. But then my favorite podcast is a more Indiana University focused in specific against all athletics of Indiana University, and that is Crimson Cast. And I truly adore Crimson Cast. This is my go-to IU sports podcast for football, for basketball, for soccer, for the Little 500, for the Indy 500, for the Pacers in the championship series last year. Those are the reasons, the Kentucky Derby as well. All things that are important to me in the terms of my growing up in Indiana, my having an opportunity to experience those things many times. It's a big deal. So I enjoy the solution or the show called Crimson Cast. So that's my IU sports pantheon. And obviously, this time of year, the IU sports pantheon begins to decline a little bit because there's not as much sports going on. Spring soccer's over. Baseball's going on right now. So I do follow IU baseball, make sure they're doing okay, right? But the fall is the big sports season. For me, that's football, that's soccer, that's basketball. That's all of them. So that's the big time period. Anyway, so that said, AI podcasts. Now, for AI podcasts, I do 3 different AI podcasts currently. The number one podcast, my go-to AI podcast, is AI for Humans. That remains my top AI podcast, has been for a long time now, almost 2 years. I love the 2 hosts. They used to be on G4 TV. Both of them are hilarious. I enjoy the show. It's very informative. The next AI show I listen to is Last Week in AI. Great podcast about the news of AI. And then my third and final is Super Data Scientist, which is just an awesome podcast with John Crone. He does a great job. He really gets into the details of the functional reality of AI. How does that work? What are you doing with it? What's the end state? What's the end game? No, that's it. That's kind of where that is, and that's my podcast pantheon. I spend a lot of time with my podcasts, and I really enjoy listening to them. So that's what's on Scott's mind this week: is what are the podcasts that Scott listened to? A little shorter than the last couple of weeks because I'm not following slides and dealing with. Thank you for listening.